I don't think he's coming back out anytime soon.
I'm scared that I'll fucking run it.
I do feel sorry for him. We're all trying to bombard.
Being around that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day. I have a problem sleeping to this.
Usher and Justin Bieber have always been rumored to be groomed by Diddy, and now it looks like they're finally ready to reveal their real story to the world.
Is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good...
It's long been rumored that Diddy convinced Usher to bring Justin Bieber to him, and now parts of Usher's past are resurfacing that seem to back up that theory. Usher and Justin Timberlake are often compared, but according to Usher, he's got the edge and it's all because of a bidding war over Justin Bieber. In an interview with People, Usher revealed that back in 2008, he met a young Bieber through Scooter Braun and instantly knew he wanted him on his label. The only problem was that Justin Timberlake was also trying to sign him. So, what did Usher do? He put serious money on the table and made an offer Timberlake simply couldn't beat.
Flown out to Atlanta by a manager. His name's Scooter Braun. Flown out to Atlanta just to meet with him and meet different producers and different people. I was actually going to meet Jermaine Dupri at his studio. And who rolls up? Usher in his Range Rover. Rolls up, and I was like, "Is that who I think it is?" And Scooter was like, "Yeah." And so I ran up to him, and I was like, Usher, I love your songs. You want me to sing you one?" And he was like, "Let's just go inside, little buddy. It's cold out." So the politest possible way he could say no, he did. And I was like, wow, he just turned me down. And I was a little disappointed. He had to go into a studio session, so I was like, whatever. And a week later, he actually watched my videos with my manager and was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I let him sing? So flew me back to Atlanta where I got to meet him again. And he wanted to sign me. But there was something else.
Justin Timberlake, right?
Yes, Justin Timberlake also wanted to sign me. It was like kind of like what happened was Justin Timberlake and Usher both went into a ring and boxed it out. And the outcome was Usher. I think it was
Not only did Usher outbid Timberlake, but he also added a playful twist. He told Bieber that if he signed with him, he'd be the only Justin in the spotlight. Sounds a bit manipulative, doesn't it? But the story doesn't end there. In a recently resurfaced TikTok, singer Jaguar Wright claimed that Diddy had his eyes on managing Bieber when he was still young. Reportedly, Diddy was struggling to get access to him, until Usher stepped in and handed Bieber over for what was described as a 48-hour trial period.
Trying to get to Bieber for a minute. And his management was backing him on. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there. But you got custody of him first. Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like. They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber.
What's even more suspicious is that Usher recently wiped all his posts from X and claimed his account had been hacked. To make things even murky, it's now being said that Diddy is covering his legal expenses for the upcoming trial by allegedly selling tapes of Justin Bieber's private moments online. Or at least that's what the always reliable Jaguar Wright is claiming.
And that the is selling his own god evidence that would put him in jail against him on the dark net to the highest bidder? Why would he sell evidence of his debauchery and savagery? Why would he sell on the dark net his tapes of just terrible? Wanna know why? Because he doesn't intend to stand trial.
Is he protecting people, or are people protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it because he needs the cash. The last freak off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million.
All of this has sparked concern about how Justin Bieber is really doing, and the answer doesn't look good. He appears to be quietly distancing himself from the situation, even though he's been heavily tied to it. Maybe he simply doesn't want to revisit those memories. Many are taking his silence as a sign that he knows what's coming, with some suggesting he sees the downfall of his career looming, especially given the long-standing rumors that Diddy groomed him and kept recordings of their time together.
You know, with Justin Bieber, I want to know. Justin Bieber, look at his life change. That man is terrified of Puffy. I seen the video. I'm in the streets, dog. People know fear, dog. You're like, what happened to your number? You're like, man, I lost it. You know, fear, man. You got to think of all the people, the white folks who've been at the parties. They scared. They don't roll in crowds with niggas. You know, when they get slapped in the mouth at a party for being too high, they shut up. You get what I'm saying? You got to think of all these people who've been terrified for years. Everybody. But see, people understand. I can say this because I've been saying it while he was out. I'm one of the few people been calling this out for years. They ain't scared of.
Freddie P. also spoke out, claiming that Diddy appeared to have groomed his own stepson, a statement that added even more fuel to the growing controversy surrounding him.
Actually waited with a child that wasn't yours. Were you grooming that little boy? I don't even want to start those conversations because that's not your child. You know what I'm saying? And for you to keep him that close, it's like you kept him that close because he might got your secrets because he's not your child. So if he's not your child and you that type of person with that type of character, you don't mind actually doing it to him when he finally reaches a certain age because he's not yours. And you know in your mind he's not yours. And now you keep him real close to you. You make sure he don't go to his daddy. Why? You make sure he's separated with him and you provide him with everything he wants. Why? You got one of them little Michael Jackson secrets. He got one of them secrets that he can't tell nobody because his legacy, his manhood gonna be, and not only that, his brother not gonna look at him crazy. Only Puffy know, only God and Puffy.
Puffy, right?
I don't know. All I'm gonna say is, I don't know.
I'll be sure, son.
All I'm gonna say is, who's infatuated with another man's son like that? Like that seemed like grooming.
Bieber is also reportedly filled with regret over ever working with Diddy, saying last year that he never would have done so if he'd known what was really happening. In one old video, a 15-year-old Bieber stands beside Diddy as the music mogul says he's getting 48 hours with Diddy, something that, at the time, was framed as a young teenager's dream.
Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but, it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go get some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
In the video, Bieber wearing a baseball cap and a purple shirt just smiles and nods, occasionally throwing in a quiet "yeah" or "that's crazy." The clip, which has been circulating widely on social media, has sparked a wave of concern and criticism. Another resurfaced video shows Diddy pressing a 16-year-old Bieber about why he hadn't been in touch lately, with Bieber appearing visibly uncomfortable throughout the exchange.
I'm good. How are you?
Young brother, everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right, okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
Many have speculated that Diddy may have introduced Bieber to other powerful figures in Hollywood, and when you consider how several adult celebrities in the industry reportedly harassed and mistreated him, that theory starts to sound even more believable.
I feel violated right now. Wow.
Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. Like that was bad.
Yeah.
Wow, look at your eyes. And what music you listen to?
Would you rather have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms? Answer Justin Bieber.
I have like little girl fans. I can't go.
My parents never gave me this stuff. Okay. So why don't you give me this next stuff? I feel uncomfortable right now. Oh. Why do you want to know this stuff from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird. Oh.
But it wasn't just Justin Bieber who seemed to be caught up in Diddy's orbit. Before Usher ever worked closely with him, Gene Deal revealed that he too had been groomed by the rap mogul, suggesting a disturbing pattern that goes back years.
It's a lawsuit, right? Little he alleges that, Diddy told him personally that he had sex with Usher. And when you look at the lawsuit, even though they got Usher name redacted, you could tell who it is because they described him as the guy that performed at the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, I mean, we all know who that is, but how you feel about that, man?
Well, I mentioned that earlier that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business. Right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bruh, I know.
Everyone's heard the stories about Diddy's flavor camp and Usher's time there, but an old clip of Diddy making strange comments about their past has fans talking again, whether it's a joke or something more. The internet can't stop speculating.
And we want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. I should look like he fresh off goddamn plane. I should
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like, that's how. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
what the did Puff just say? Nobody's going to acknowledge this with me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen,
We having a good time. Yo, Usher made it in the. Hey, yo.
According to the Daily Mail, an old clip from a 2014 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians has resurfaced, and it seems to suggest that Justin Bieber wasn't unfamiliar with Diddy's famous parties. In the scene, Khloe Kardashian chats animatedly with her sister Kourtney, reminiscing about a wild night at one of those notorious gatherings where, apparently, most of the guests weren't exactly big on wearing clothes.
Few this weekend. A bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber, so far French so good. Montana. Do we even know half the people you're naming? No. She didn't go to bed. I haven't been to bed yet. You haven't? I want to be Clay when I grow up, Court. I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Well, this party, I think half the people there were naked.
At one point, Kourtney, clearly curious for details, pressed Khloe to spill the tea on who else had been at the party, while Khloe didn't name-drop Bieber in that scene. It's no secret that Diddy's Hamptons mansion was a hotspot for A-list guests long before the feds began investigating his so-called freak-off parties. One memorable photo from July 2000 even shows Diddy and then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez relaxing on a massive white bed covered in pillows. The two dated from 1999 to 2001, and their relationship famously ended on a very dramatic note.
Was crying a lot. She was a mess. Probably what was going through her mind is her career flashing before her eyes.
And later, enough's enough.
I just kind of hit the wall and was just like, I can't do this anymore.
On December 27, 1999, Jennifer Lopez, Sean Puffy Combs, and Puffy's 19-year-old rap protege, Jamal Shine Barrow, walked into Club New York, a Manhattan night spot near Times Square.
It was not a private event. But Jennifer Lopez was here, Puffy Combs was here, there were a lot of professional athletes here. It was a great party.
It was weird that Puff and Jennifer were at that club because that was kind of like a very regular hip-hop club. No A-list celebrities go there.
We had a bunch of ballers in there and a couple of them that were just being extremely antagonistic towards Puffy and his group of friends. From that point forward, alcohol kept flowing and tension kept building.
Puffy and Shine allegedly got into an argument with another partier shortly before 3 a.m. Someone tossed a wad of cash at Combs as a sign of disrespect. Suddenly, all hell broke loose.
And at some point, one of those people in that group fired off, another fire was had.
Shine was among the shooters.
It was a scary thing to have happen to you, to be standing somewhere where bullets go past your head.
Panic spread throughout the club. Jennifer got lost in the chaos.
Everybody scattered so fast, she realized that Puffy, the bodyguards, everybody's like, she's there by herself.
Yet, that same party, Diddy and Jennifer Lopez were also seen mingling with Kimora Lee Simmons and her then-husband Russell Simmons, Matthew Broderick, Sarah Jessica Parker, Aaliyah, Leonardo DiCaprio, and several other big names. Over the years, some people, including Kimora Lee, have publicly voiced suspicions about Diddy's possible involvement in the tragic deaths of Kim Porter and Aaliyah. Kim Porter's case, in particular, continues to strike a deeply emotional chord with many fans and insiders alike.
Personally?
Yeah.
I just can't believe that somebody that had the normal flu, that had doctors on speed dial, that they had enough money that they could get the half of the hospital to come to the house and take care of her, that she died of just ammonia like that. And if you get that point where you can't breathe, and if you know you ever had a cold so bad, I had COVID and I couldn't breathe, but I still made it to the hospital on my own. I can't believe that she stayed in that house, laid in that house, and died like they said she died. So my personal opinion is that somebody need to reopen that case. And there needs to be a person that can do an independent autopsy to tell us the truth about what really happened to Kim Poole.
Its story just keeps getting wilder. And something tells me the truth is only starting to come out. Who do you think will break their silence next? Drop your guesses in the comments, because the Hollywood tea is boiling.